Welcome back to another episode of Roundball. We got the full crew here. We got Hunter, we got J-Bo, and Dukes. What's going on, boys? How we doing?
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, guys?
Well,
Over here paying to do this podcast, Marty.
I mean, we have all right. So Hunter just came off of a win. Straight after the win, probably watched some film, then watch, and now doing a round ball. He's got a bloody nose, which just is really distracting.
Swollen already.
And we also Jordan's watching the game. He's like, "Can we do in like 20 minutes?" And Hunter's like, "Nah, I gotta pay $7. What was it? $7 a minute
every 10 minutes to do this thing. So y'all can do math on how much this is better cost me.
You're in New York, right? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who pays $7 every 10 minutes for Wi-Fi?
New York people, I guess.
And who doesn't bring a laptop on a trip? Jordan, did you bring a laptop everywhere you went or no?
No, but
Hell yeah.
the Wi-Fi is terrible here. Like, it's so spotty. And you have to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Don't you have schoolwork?
Dude, we all know he had hired someone to do his fucking homework.
No. I did my paper. I'm good. I'm good for a while.
You didn't write shit.
Are you in like the office conference
I wrote it. I swear.
You did not write it. Investigate this man.
All right, so we'll try and hurry it up so Hunter doesn't have to spend $50 to just do the podcast.
Do a GoFundMe.
Yeah, you need it probably. All right, so start us off. Every episode we start off with a little game recap. You beat the piss out of Pitt, absolute piss out of them. It was close for a little, like the early on they were winning for a second, and then what changed after that?
Man, I mean, they came out so hot. I think that's probably why. I think they just cooled off. Like I was telling the guys, like, yo, just stay the course for real, because I mean, they came out, they hit like 3 threes in a row. They were up by like 5. I was just like, yo, calm down. Like, they're not going to keep doing this all night. And then, like you said, like the second half, we came out and we just got on them. We just started boat racing them, and like it felt like the lead went from like 8 to like 20 in no time. But
Quick.
I mean, they started double teaming me. I think at the end of the first half, and then like I just like the shooters were so wide open, and they just started hitting. And so when they're doing that, like, we're impossible to beat. If you're gonna try to double team me, and then like you got Joey Baker, Kobe Buffkin, Jet Howard.
Which let's stop fucking there. This motherfucker.
Joey Baker. Yo, what did I say?
Motherfucker, Joey Baker.
What did I say? Joey
What
Baker.
a piece of dog shit.
I told y'all, Joey Baker.
Bro, this man couldn't
Okay,
hit
I wanna play.
shit. He couldn't hit shit on Duke. And then all of a sudden I see early on he's 3 for 4 from 3. We're going to have him on one day just so I can fucking be like, dude, what happened at Duke? Every year I wanted to jerk that man off. I've been dying to jerk him off, and I can't jerk him off anymore because he's on Michigan.
I mean,
It's unfortunate.
You still can.
No, I can't be because he hurt me too much. I hope he does well on Michigan. I hope you guys do great. But he can go fuck himself at the moment.
And then you see, I got freaking demolished out there. This hurt a lot. It still hurts, and I'm going to be in pain for a while after that.
Did you get interviewed after the game?
Yes, I did, but it was
I saw it.
I saw it on ESPN Plus.
You saw it?
No, I saw it. Didn't have any mention.
ESPN Plus.
No mention. I watched it.
Who has ESPN Plus?
Me, because I'm betting on fucking Alcorn
Marty
State
does.
at 12 o'clock at night. That's why
Alright,
I have ESPN Plus.
When's the next game on ESPN?
Probably Virginia.
Yep,
Because
Virginia.
9:30.
Virginia is your last excuse. J-Bo, you
won't
agree?
do it.
I'll take
You
that. I'll
won't
take
fucking
it.
do it.
I'm gonna
tired of the
get in
lies.
this one though. I'm gonna try to get in this one.
No, I'm just not a fucking fan of lies. I want commitment. I want truthfulness.
I'm committed to you, Jordan.
I want people to tell me straight in my eyes that they'll do something for me.
I'm gonna do it for you.
Do it for us.
Do it for us.
For you.
And
Oh shit!
and just my name. My name needs to be on ESPN once.
What did I do?
Marty, did you get a new camera? Like what's going on over there?
I'm sitting at my girlfriend's vanity. It's got a nice light.
God damn, you look good.
Damn, yeah.
It's great, dude. It's a good spot now, right? I don't have a hole behind me.
Holy shit.
Gonzaga Texas game real quick, and how Texas is just blowing their doors off.
Oh, you want to talk about Gonzaga, Texas, where are we going to admit that I'm the smartest college basketball mind there is out there?
I'm with you, bro.
You're not,
Jordan,
your team just
you
lost.
also-
You just had
you
Duke.
saw my-
You just had Duke last night. How are you gonna say you're a fucking college basketball mind?
But
Duke
Duke should win
doesn't.
the game. I don't know, Marty. I
Duke
swear,
doesn't matter.
we're up like 12 points the entire game. I look, you guys are only up by like 2.
Listen, let's
Poverty
stop.
program.
We won't go
So
back and
Gonzaga,
forth.
poverty. They're both poverty programs. Gonzaga and Duke are poverty programs.
You don't take your anger out on your stupid bet on me.
Not a stupid bet.
You are wrong. Because I'll get to Duke in a second. I will. But Texas, Gonzaga. Obviously, home court advantages was wild for Texas. They're fucking nuts. And second, Texas is a way better team than Gonzaga, and I don't know how anyone could say anything different. I know it's early, but Gonzaga is not as good as they have been in past years. And we have fucking dudes on here saying they're going to be fine.
Shut up.
Hunter is right. One
Shut up.
second. No. Hunter is also I think on my side. They play. They're going to get their wins because they don't play these teams like fucking Texas every time. Or they don't have to play in Ohio State. They don't have to play a Michigan. So they're going to get their wins at the end of the year. But Gonzaga is not. They're a good. They're okay. Good team.
They're not as good. They're not as good as they were in the past. I just want to get this off really quick. They're not as good as they were in the past. But the thing is, Texas blowing off Gonzaga tonight isn't surprising and shouldn't be to anybody because in years past, Gonzaga has had that continuity with their team. They've had the same kind of players around their program. Last year, Gonzaga blew the doors off Texas because Texas had all the transfer players. Now Gonzaga has all the transfer players on their team. So Texas has the continuity from last year. Gonzaga doesn't. So this blowout isn't really surprising.
Gonzaga has a guy on their team for 6 years.
Texas on paper is the most talented team in the country.
For sure. Who is it then, Jordan?
I want to say most talented. Houston is definitely the most talented.
Well, no, I think Houston's the best team with the basketball players. But I think if you're going talent, like you're just picking up guys and you're like, who's got the most ballers on their team? It's got to be Texas.
But me and Marty,
have you watched Houston play?
Oh, dude, I am in love with Houston every single year. I think Kelvin Sampson's coach of the year every year.
What did you say, Hunter?
Marty, Gonzaga can lose this game. They can lose another game and still end up 28-2.
Yes.
With a 1 seed.
I'm with you, bro. It's the same.
It should be 28-2. Honestly,
they won't get here. Let me see their schedule, but I don't think if they do well out of conference, they'll be a 1 seed. I think they'll be like a top 4 seed. Obviously, if you go undefeated in like WCC, like
they're gonna be like
no. If they go undefeated,
if they don't lose in the WCC, they're gonna be a top 4 team.
Yes.
If they lose tonight, and if they win 2 of the 3 out of Kentucky, Baylor, Alabama, yes, but they're going to drop one of those games. Like
if they drop, I can guarantee they lose. So they beat Michigan State, lost to Texas.
Barely beat Michigan State. They could be 0-2 right now.
If they should be 0-2. If they go 2-2 and out of conference, and then do what they do every year in WCC, they will be in 1 seed in the tournament.
Because they'll count
how good St. Mary's is.
St. Mary's wins. It's like.
They count that like if they're like a real team.
Dude, St. Mary's is really good.
So I remember somebody was in the comments under one of our tweets talking about how St. Mary's beat Indiana
by 40.
That was last year.
But I'm saying if St. Mary's was in the Big Ten,
they'd be in lower to the middle.
Like a 6. Six in the Big Ten.
Is Timmy out of shape?
Especially last year.
I'm not.
Is Timmy out of shape? Is he sick? What's going on? He can't run it up and down the court.
Dude, their defense. The thing about Gonzaga, I think this year is their defense is real bad. Like I think their offense.
It's never been good. It's never been good.
I think it's been better in the past 2 or 3 years. It's been pretty good.
I think they just trying to outscore people, Dukes.
Yeah, their defense I feel like has never been really known for And their team has never been really known for defense, but I just don't
I
think.
don't want to be the guy that brings up Ken Pom, but if we're looking at Ken Pom, like they
No,
were
no.
like
When
top,
you say you don't want to be the guy, when you say you don't, no. If you
dude,
shush
it's
me, I
a
will.
fact. It's a fact. It's a
No,
fact.
if you
Look at
say
deep
I'm not going
analytics.
to be the guy who brings up Ken Palm and bring up, you're the guy who brings it up.
I'm just saying they're not like they're. If you're below a top 20, if you're not in the top 20 for defensive efficiency, I don't consider you a good defensive squad.
I would consider anything in the top 50. You're a good defensive team.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
Because based off like the point that how the system is ran, like it's only a few points off from 50 to the top 10.
Fair.
I don't think that Gonzaga should be just ranked number 2 right off the bat. That's just it. They're not the second best team in the country. They're getting blown out by Texas. It's not even close.
It's not blown. It's 16.
16's a blowout. 100%.
Game's not over. We got 6 minutes here.
So let's go to Tuesday night. First game, Kentucky, Michigan State. Kentucky, Sheboy. I mean, he's a fucking monster. He really is. Kentucky's going to be obviously very, very fine. But Michigan State's been showing some fucking good shit early on in the season. Like, they are a way more talented team than I think people kind of expected, like, because they've been down a little bit in the past couple of years. What do you think, Hunter?
They just run good stuff. Like, and especially when the other team doesn't know it, like they got some sets where they just put guys in good spots, and then Hauser had a really good game. Like, I'm just trying to tell you guys how easier it is to play non-conference teams. Like, it's just so much easier. This goes back to my Gonzaga point. It's just so much easier to play non-conference teams early on in the season because they have no idea what you do. Like, them scouting a couple games isn't the same as playing against you twice a year every year. But and they got a really good coach, so it's like you add all that together.
What are your thoughts on the game, Jordan?
What game?
This fucking guy. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna absolutely kill you.
What game are we talking about?
You not listen to any of it?
I was watching the Gonzaga game. I told you. I wanted to start after the game.
This guy's paying for Wi-Fi $7 every 10 minutes.
I'm donating to the fucking sports book. Same shit. I got this is more important. I got more units than his units on the computer. Holy shit.
I don't know what that means, but
Kentucky.
You don't know what units mean?
no, I just know I got 15 minutes left before I get extended.
Yeah. So you're gonna need like
Kentucky, Michigan State. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game.
And what'd you think of it?
Michigan State was a better team. Played defense. I think Sissoko. What?
Was it that Big Ten defense?
Yeah, the Big Ten D. The Big Ten D is massive, and I think Sissoko is working his way up to one of the best big guys in the Big Ten. How he's been playing.
Are you scared of him, Hunter? Or not scared, but are you watching his game a little bit? Like, what do you think about him? I saw someone in the comments being like, "Ask Hunter about Sissoko."
I mean,
we're gonna see Sissoko on the baby picture, the daddy, and
oh yeah, for sure.
He's super strong and athletic. I'll give him that. I think once he just like gets a little bit more developed, I mean, you're seeing it now since his freshman year. Obviously, they had some problems last year, but no, I mean, I think I'm just glad they don't have so many bigs this year. Last year they had 3 that they just rotated in and out. I'd much rather just have him than have to keep shuffling in and out fresh bigs. But I'm excited to see it. Obviously, he's better than last year, and so I'm excited for that matchup. I mean, Michigan State, Michigan. I'm excited for that. I wish we could play like 20 times.
Did that sound like he was a little scared, Dukes?
Yeah, it wasn't really definitive. Like, I think he's a little baby back bitch. I'm gonna put him.
Yeah, it didn't see like I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dominate him.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared of no man, Dukes.
I'm gonna dominate him in my rivalry game. But no, he's excited and he's gotten better. Seems like you're a little scared.
I'm happy that he's gotten better. It will make for a better matchup.
So he sucked for a little bit before, and then you dominate him, and now you're gonna still try and dominate him.
Obviously, I'm going to try to dominate him.
I'll say
everything.
this though, like as soon as Sheboy, I think that was a bullshit fifth foul on him. As soon as he went out in overtime, you kind of knew Michigan State was going to win. But part of me is like, if Sheboy stays in and Kentucky wins that game, I don't know if everyone would be sucking off Sissoko the way that they were.
I don't think that was a bullshit call. It was a moving screen.
I mean, Sissoko had a lot of his points in the overtimes too. I feel like he had like
exactly. I think the suck fest after was a little bit like, all right, like he played well, like, but Sheboy still had like 20 and 13. Like
I don't think that matters though. He still played. Like you still have to. The suck fest continues even if someone goes out. You're still sucking someone.
But okay,
you gotta suck them even
you always have to suck someone, no matter what happens.
That's true. You gotta suck him if it's not his fault. Sheboy went out.
This was.
Right.
Do you think so? Last night was the first game with Sheboy, and you could just tell in the first two Kentucky games it's against like St. Mary's School of the Blind, but like their offense wasn't as fluid as it was with Sheboy. It almost seemed like they were forcing it to him or just trying to get him involved too much. Do you think that goes into how you analyze the game at all? Like as you two that like play, like do you think that has any factor? Like
before you guys give your take, I actually always thought that because of like, I think like an Illinois team like last year, their whole offense, it seemed like they had to throw the ball to Kofi at one point, and it was like, but Kofi wasn't a great passer, and he would just try and bully his way in, and the guards didn't get going. Which I think the difference is with Hunter is that you actually look to pass sometimes instead of just taking it. So does that affect it though? Do you think like when you think that you have to, like, your best player is your big man?
I think for him, I think he's like him, Armando a little bit, but not really. Like especially for Sheboy though, he's not a guy who needs the ball in the post. I feel like he's so good at rebounding that he gets a lot of his points from like offensive rebounds and stuff, and a lot of like drop offs and stuff. It's not like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Kentucky fans can tell me, but like I feel like a lot of his buckets aren't really post ups. I feel like a lot of it's like drop offs, like pick and roll stuff, and offensive rebounds. Maybe I'm wrong. But
it did though seem like they were like forcing him the ball, just like down, like trying to post people. But I know what you mean. He is like a beast on the board, so he's always just getting those rebounds and getting up right up. But I don't know. I think that like when your best player is your big man that isn't versatile, that can't shoot or pass, really, like a good passer, it just fucks up the entire offense.
Yeah, because then teams can just double team and like kind of hope that you pass out or like are expecting you not to pass out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we'll live with this double team shot right here. Especially if you have like shooters and like the big man, like Illinois last year had a ton of shooters, but like Kofi wasn't really like he improved a lot from his sophomore year, but like we were kind of hoping that like he wouldn't pass it out of the double team and would still try to shoot even though he was double teamed.
He would shoot a lot. Dukes, didn't you tweet that like does Hauser ever hit a three from Michigan State?
Yeah, so I tweeted last night that I said, has Joey Hauser ever had a good game for Michigan State in his career? And he had the game of his lifetime.
Yeah,
Michigan State Twitter is at my throat right now because I said, do you guys think that Michigan State should be in the Champions Classic?
Why not?
Yeah,
because I think a team with 2 championships should not be in the Champions Classic. Like I said it, I think in the last episode, but without Izzo's championship in 2000, he's just the guy that almost gets there. He doesn't really win in the Final Four either. He just gets to the Final Four.
Yeah,
well, your whole thing. You just before the show, you were talking to me about how like Gonzaga has been a better program than Duke over the past couple of years, and you just said,
yeah, I think that Gonzaga's tournament success, just because they haven't won it all, is just like.
But so, you just said.
I know, but that's where it started. That's where it started because everyone shits on Gonzaga, but I'm like, why doesn't Michigan State, without that one championship, which I get, that one championship 20 years ago, like, how do we view Tom Izzo? I'm not saying that Michigan State's not a good program. They are, but they just don't get the fucking the slander that Gonzaga does.
No, but I agree with you a little bit there, where it's like I hate when people say January, February Izzo because
it's insane.
You can't be March when you don't win. Like that's the worst saying in the world.
UConn is the most disrespectful.
No, that's the thing. January, February Izzo. That's the thing.
No, who says that? I know. I know who says that. I'm just asking. I just want to make who says.
Dude, there's like 5 programs that should be in the Champions Classic over Michigan.
What do you mean? Who says that?
Who fucking says it?
Everyone. John Wolfie.
Thank you. Holy shit.
Martin, we call it March Telly.
March Telly.
Oh, that's funny.
What's up your asshole over there, Jordan?
He's mad about that game. He had something on that game.
He's
Well, I got the over. I had Gonzaga money line, which was the worst fucking bet. But I have
that's what.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Wait,
and
one
then
second.
I had over 71.5 for points for Gonzaga.
What was my tweet? Texas is beating Gonzaga tonight. Just take it. Don't think.
Okay, here's the thing with you, Marty. I'm gonna say this. You make so many outrageous fucking takes. Like you can get by. Like when you have a really good one, you think it's like you just know everything.
Yeah.
With you just run with that, and you forget about the 20 other ridiculous fucking takes you had, and it doesn't even matter to you.
Tell me what I've said that's crazy this year, though. So far, you're half right because you got to run with the good ones and forget about the bad ones. But what have I said so far? What I've said this year, UNC won't be ranked by January. They're barely beaten.
We're number one in the country.
They're barely beaten. They're going to lose to JMU on Sunday.
A win's a win.
Gonzaga's number 2.
What about Gonzaga?
They were the over in that game, by the way.
Wait,
what does Gonzaga number 2 have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, like, they just lost. Like, UNC could lose. Like,
UNC
they don't look great.
UNC's
Even if they lose, they're still going to be the top 25.
Yeah.
No, but by January, they're going to be playing.
You lost your mind. It's just a ridiculous take.
Well, we're going to see. It's not January yet, Jordan. And then I said,
when it's January and they're top 10 in the country,
not January 1st.
You got to go back to that tweet and say you're wrong. You're an idiot.
All right, we'll see. In February, you can say something. Right now,
I don't need to say that. You say it to yourself. Tweet your own tweet and say it.
I will say it to myself if this was a dumb tweet, Martin.
Thank you.
But when Texas is the better team, and I tweet it out, I'm going to suck myself off.
If you could suck yourself off, I want to see that because that would be impressive.
Everyone was also sucking off Texas last year. Like this is nice to see Texas. It's nice to see people it's nice to see this Texas team kind of come together.
Yeah, well, his first-year coach is of a team that a lot like Marcus Carr is actually going to actually be good this year.
I think Tyrese Hunter's probably. I think he's better. But.
Hunter's great. All right,
coming in. We have a surprise guest coming in.
Who's the surprise guest?
We're live right now.
Who is it?
Oh, get in here.
Hunt.
Get in here.
Oh, no, don't.
What's up,
What's
Coach?
going on, man?
Is he the best or what?
The best. He's paying $7 for every 10 minutes for Wi-Fi right now.
For this freaking Wi-Fi, Phil. It's a bunch of crap.
Let me tell you something. I would go make an NIL deal with you. I don't even know all that stuff.
With the Marriott?
Just make a deal with Marriott.
Coach, how you doing? What's going on? How's everything in your life? How's the team looking? How's this big bastard doing?
I will tell you this. He entertains me every single day. And I know my jokes have been beaten up, but if basketball doesn't work out, he will be a villain in the WWE and millions and millions and millions of dollars right here.
We almost played his son. His son coaches at.
My son coaches at VCU.
We almost played them. If they would have beat Arizona, we played everyone.
Yeah, Ace Baldwin was out tonight for VCU, so you guys got ASU tomorrow.
Yeah, his wrist could be a good thing.
How does Arizona State look for you guys tomorrow?
They are wildly. I got it. Oh, it's out there? All right. They are wildly effective.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I'll get it. I'll get it.
They're used to playing like a frenzied style. And I think when you're like us, where you're so regimented in a way, like we're not restrictively regimented, but they really had no business winning that game, and they just kept staying and staying and staying. And
so are you saying we're going to blow them out?
Nope. Why would I even say
That's what it sounds like.
Well,
this podcast isn't airing until Friday?
Yeah.
This is the same
Tomorrow.
podcast where you,
Yeah. We're interviewing him Friday.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that, by the way. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
you know, he was the JV coach when I was a varsity head coach.
Really?
Philadelphia Catholic League. We've been
Holy
friends for 50 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You've known him for a while.
That's crazy.
He was the JV coach. He worked at a supermarket, stocking shelves from midnight to 8 in the morning. Then he went to school to get his degree at Westchester State. And when he got offered the job at the University of Virginia, they called me first.
Really?
Debbie Ryan was the coach of Virginia, and she said, "Would you come down here? I'm allowed to have a full-time coach for the first time in the history of the school. We can pay you $12,000." And I said, "No, I'm going to stick with guys, and I really want to be a high school head coach in Philadelphia." I said, "But you should hire Gino." And she said, "Okay." She hired him without interviewing him.
So basically, you are the reason why he's like, kind of. You pass. If you don't pass that up, we don't know who Gino Aram is.
No, he would be a high school boys coach.
Yeah, he'd be getting paid $12,000 a year.
And I've often said, you know, I lost track of my assistants back then. I wonder how he's done. Go ahead, Hon.
All right, Phil.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Damn, I really wanted to ask him about which team was better, St. Joe's or Dayton 2020, but I withheld myself.
Wow, that's
Thank
big
you.
of you right there.
Yeah, that was big. I muted
big
myself
of
and
you,
everything.
Yeah, it's huge of you. We got another guest, Hunter. What was that?
So these coaches from VCU came in. We were
From
trying
VCU? Bro, tell them they're trash. Dude, they're going to lose by like 30. We should go to that game for Dayton. We're just going to put on a fucking massacre on VCU.
Duke's is a Dayton fan and just wants to just shit on VCU at any
Dude,
point.
dude, that was the
No,
worst
wait,
second half.
want to get into this?
No,
Okay,
yeah, I do. They look fucking horrible last
Yeah,
night.
you moron. We lost our fucking second best
I
player
don't
last night, and we don't
care.
have our starting point guard.
That shows a lot if you don't have a fucking bench to replace those players.
Bro, our sixth man of the year in the A10 came back for his first game last night. Yeah, we didn't have a bench last night. It wasn't good. The second half, they shot 50% from the field. We had our best player like off the floor, got destroyed in the glass in the second half. I mean, it wasn't good, but like I'm not nervous. Three of our best players weren't playing.
Actually, you were nervous because you tweeted.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
a bit nervous. So,
Yeah, it's just I think UNLV is a team like they had Harkless from Oklahoma, who I think is a good player. I mean, my perspective is this: if we beat Virginia Tech or if we beat Wisconsin, it kind of all gets erased.
All right, and that is the Duke's Dayton minute on the podcast. But
I had to get ahead of it.
No, we're gonna. Speaking of kind of going off what you just said, Duke, Kansas, another big game. So Duke doesn't have their second best player, but what I thought let me talk. They looked horrible yesterday. They really did. There was 10 air balls in the first 10 minutes. It was disgusting. They were all over the place, but they settled in. But the thing about Duke this year, no joke, they are way deeper than usual. Way deeper. They weren't deep at all last year. They had nobody really off the bench. They only really had Paolo. No one really stepped up besides Roach and Paolo. This year they have a lot of Filipowski is going to be a menace. People are going to hate that fucking guy. 7-foot guy banging threes, also rebounding, dunking. Like when Whitehead gets back next week, this team is going to be good. I don't care what anyone says. They didn't play great yesterday, but they still could have won that game.
See, Marty, I'm not a Duke fan, but like I do like them, obviously, because of Jeremy Roach. This just seems like one of those years where they have so much talent and then they're just gonna fold to a random team in the tournament.
All right. I don't need to hear that.
Just watching that game, I just see it coming.
See, they do have a lot of talent. Like Proctor came out of nowhere in the second half. Like he sucked in the first half, and then he's dropped like 11 in the first 10 minutes. The weird thing was Derek Lively. He didn't really do anything. Like he's the number one player in the country, and I was like expecting more. I know he's just coming back from like being a little cautious, but he played for a while and just had a couple of putback dunks, but like I don't know, it wasn't like there was no wow factor from him, and I was like, that's number one player in the country.
That's kind of what you're going to get from him this year. There's like a lot of lobs, putbacks, like drop offs, but like defensively, I think he's going to be a real rim protector for you and stuff like that. Maybe like hit an occasional three, but I don't think you're going to be like seeing a crazy amount of him.
But that's the thing with him and Filipowski, like that's a big lineup right there. With him,
That. Like I don't think you want him doing too much, especially once the hit comes back. Like you got a lot of guys.
Yeah, Mitchell didn't really play well yesterday. Who's also good. Like I'm not worried about Duke at all. They lost to Kansas, whatever.
I don't think
Grady. What?
I don't think Kansas is that good either.
Kansas was weird, man. They weren't as good as
No, we're not saying that.
No, they're good. I don't. Grady Dick didn't play for a lot of the second half, which was weird. And all of a sudden, at the end of the game, he just made three shots in a row, like really contested shots. And if he went to Duke, he would be the most hated person in America. That's a fact. He looks like an asshole. Oh my God. He looks like such an asshole, and like not like in a cool way either. He just looks like kind of a loser. But hey, he beat Duke, so I don't know what to say. What you think Kansas is going to be really good? That's Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Sorry, Nadu was tweeting at me. I was doing something here.
About what?
I know what.
He just called McCaffrey. Actually, you didn't see the tweet before the Seton Hall game? What he said?
He's not on the show, so I don't even really look anymore.
Okay, so I won't even bring it up then.
No, you can't. He said that McCaffrey's a bad coach, and then they just beat Seton Hall by 15.
He said, cannot wait to watch real coach Shaheen absolutely dominate Fran McCaffrey tonight. Hall are absolutely terrific defensively. That was before the game.
Yeah.
They lost by 15.
Lost by 15 and let up 80-something points.
That's the genius college basketball mind.
Yeah, no, it's stupid because that's also Chris Murray. Let's just go to that game. Chris Murray
uses laughing.
I mean,
well, bro, it's like I think the Iowa take is just fucking absurd. I think the Iowa slander is out of control. I even made the argument last year that as good as Luka was at those 2 years, I think you guys were better last year because it seemed like the offense was just more free flowing. That's no disrespect to Luka. He's one of the greatest college basketball players of all time. I want to make that clear. But I think even this year, like Chris Murray looks like a player of the year. I think
Chris
him and
Murray
Pat McCaffrey
is looking like Keegan for today. He looked like Keegan today.
He's his identical twin brother, Marty.
Yep.
Yeah. They're brothers.
That's true. I did know that.
He's a lefty, but Keegan's a righty.
But seriously though, like
Same
he
age.
like is shut the fuck up. Oh, now you're paying attention, asshole. But
I'm just making
seriously,
sure.
he stepped up insane tonight. Does Connor just like not really shoot ever?
Yeah, no, he doesn't shoot.
He's that like almost like I love Connor. I'm not comparing him to Patrick Beverly, but like you look at like he's just on the court like defensively. Like, is that what his role is? Because he hit a great three at the end. I'm just confused.
He's a glue guy. I mean, he's a veteran.
No, I know he's a glue guy. Believe me, he is the man.
Those are so important.
Yeah.
You know
what? He needs to get a.
Remember when you guys started getting hot last year? He hit it seemed like he hit 13 threes in a row.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It made no sense,
bro.
No, I told him he needs to shoot the fucking ball.
That's why I was pissed. Like he's my guy, but like I was like, and he's on the court all the time, and I know he's good. And then one of the most like pressure situations, he banged the three easy. I'm like, he needs to be doing that way more.
I'm surprised you watched the game.
My brother's a Seton Hall fan, so like he texts me about it all the time, and I was like, I gotta watch this. But I like watching Iowa. Also, a person that doesn't watch college basketball and obviously asked the McCaffreys for a favor because he loves to ask people for favors. We'll
get into it, man. You gotta come. We got another guest.
Wait, there's a favor?
Rico
fucking asking, probably asked for a favor for what's
Oh.
going on.
We got questions for you.
Yeah, I ain't got no questions. I'm about to go eat.
Well, what are you going to eat?
Phil basically went out here like 10 minutes ago and was like, "We're gonna win by 20." From what he said, you confirm that?
I'm not confirming that.
You gonna win by 30?
You're gonna leave Phil on the island?
We got one thing, fellas. That's what we got to do. Good evening.
All right. So the Michigan coaches are saying they're gonna win by 30. Then
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
that's what I'm guessing. It's got to be. What were we just talking? Oh, Iowa. I like watching Iowa, but I was saying that Rico probably he had a call and he sat right behind the Iowa bench. Who do you think got him that?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he brought Jerry. I was gonna ask them. I was like, you know what? I don't need to be like the guy who just because they're here, I'm gonna ask them. I'm not gonna do that. And then I see Bosco sitting right behind them.
I did
I'm
not
not
know
going to
that
say
was the
anything.
game.
Dukes, I do see your point.
What do you mean
about,
you're not gonna say
Dude.
anything?
Duke, say
I see your
something.
point about Luka, Dukes, and part of it is like I see it, and like part of it, I even think about it for like myself and my team. Like, how would the team look without me, like being in the middle and like obviously like attracting some like post feeds and see like how the team would be. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you have a dominant big man, it makes it so much easier for your team. Like because
No.
then like it's like teams have to adjust to that, and then
That's a different
It's
mindset,
different though, because I
offensively.
brought this up as a point yesterday with on Riggs's like little show, and I said that you can step out and you don't have to just be on the block, and you can run up and down the floor pretty well. Like Luka, it seemed like every time he ran up the floor, it was like running 5 miles. Like like we could call a spade a spade. Like,
What
his
slander
speed-
are we
his
giving?
speed-
This is our
his
guy.
speed on
Duke
Bridge-
out here
his
to
speed on Bridge.
same shit about
Bro,
that was
Bro,
he
clear the
put up
year.
30. He put up 30 in the Big Ten. No one could stop him when he was on the block. But I'm saying when he went from the block to the other block, it would take him 25 minutes. Half the shot clock went down.
I mean, I'm not even.
I don't think
I'm not
anybody
even,
said Luka
You're
Garza.
not going to
defensive player of
slander
the
my
year.
guy. You're not going to slander.
We're doing a lot of slandering.
Bro,
If
I
we're going to
said-
do slander,
I
there's
said
a lot more other
horrendous.
people we could slander.
I said
Yeah.
he was one of the best college basketball players of all time.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. All I'm saying was Iowa last year, you could make the argument that your team last year was better. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about.
won
the
a Big
I'm
Ten
not
present.
title.
saying Philip Bravaca is a better center than Luka Garza. I'm just saying Iowa last year could have been a better team.
I
than
feel like
2019.
that's what exactly you're saying right now.
You know what? Yeah, I'd say Philip Bravaca could put up 30 and 30 on
Let's
Luka's
talk
ass.
about the present. What are you gonna? You can't be on the show and not say something. What are you gonna say,
Yeah. Well, you
Dukes?
talking
What?
about Dukes? You didn't,
About Rico? What are you not gonna say?
I'm not blaming this on Rico. It could have been Rico. It could have been Jake Marsh. It could have been Marty. But somebody I noticed in the Barstool college basketball DMs was DMing like people.
No,
Yeah, I'm not.
no.
I don't know who. It could
I'm
have been.
still. I can go look. Oh my God, no.
like a lot of people.
No.
Like, what do you mean people?
thought
Like girls?
No.
Hey,
Caitlin Clark.
Or well, like, I thought, like
What was the DMs for the person that you don't know who it is?
Like, let's just say, like, hypothetically, I think.
well, you could
potentially,
tell
like,
by how they word shit.
Yeah, like, let's just say, like, potentially, like, Armando Bacot, maybe Chris Murray, people like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, hey,
like,
whatever. He's
well, we gotta get down to this because this is someone going behind our guests. Like that's our guest.
This is months ago. But
Oh,
I noticed it. I noticed it.
He
like,
was
the other day.
using the old benchmark account to like text players, pretty much. But did you watch Iowa today or no?
Did I?
Yeah.
Is that a serious question?
I don't fucking know. You're in the G League. I don't know if you have a game
Why
or
the
something.
fuck would I not watch? Yeah, I watched it.
And what'd you think, you cock rag? We gotta
Alright.
talk about the games.
You didn't ask about the game. I'm the one that brought the fucking Iowa game up.
I did.
No, you did it. I did. I brought up Nadu keyboard worrying me right now. That's what I brought up. Then we started talking about Iowa Seton Hall.
All right, so give me your thoughts on that game.
I thought Seton Hall is a lot fucking worse than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
I think they're awful on offense.
Yeah.
They have no go-to guy. They don't have shooters. And if they don't get stops on defense, they are a horrible fucking basketball team.
Well, I hope. Wait, did I pick them to win it? Oh, I hope I didn't.
The second half was a lot better than the first half too. But like, dude, I think that said a lot more about Iowa than it did about Seton Hall. Like, I think that Chris Murray putting up that many points and having Casey Nadefo, who I think is one of the best defenders in the country, on him for a majority of the game was very fucking impressive.
Here,
And also,
I
like,
tweeted
TP
before the game. I tweeted before the game saying that I saw the officials, DJ, there's Pfeiffer, and
DJ is a good ref.
Yeah, DJ and Pfeiffer's a good ref, and then there's Brian Dorsey. I knew Brian Dorsey's he's fucking terrible. And I knew that how they're gonna call the game was gonna be consistent based off that lineup. And if Seton did not adjust to the fucking how they're calling fouls, they were bumping and hand checking them the entire game. I said that before the game. They did exactly that, and they did it the entire game. And that Iowa got on the foul line early. That's what we want to do. We want to get the bonus early. We shoot free throws. That's why it was like 33-13. That's 20 points right there.
Dude, I think Tony Perkins is potentially, I don't know, everything from like the beginning of your run last year to like right now. Like, I think he's could be one of the best point guards in the Big Ten. I'm not going to say the best.
I don't see him as a point guard.
What do you see him as? Wasn't he the primary like point guard for you guys last year towards the end of the year? Like, I know you obviously were the point guard, but didn't you move? Am I crazy to say that you moved to shooting guard?
What?
Am I losing my mind, or did he not start at the one last year?
Dude,
this is crazy.
Dude, go take a date minute and behind the scenes.
I think you need a timeout. You think Jordan wasn't the point guard?
No, I know he is a point guard, but I'm pretty sure that didn't TP start starting towards the end of the year? Like, he didn't start the entire year. Like, it was
I moved to point guard. TP went into the lineup.
Okay.
He did bring I brought the ball up, but
I know that's what I said. I said Jordan's a combo,
Yeah.
but like, he did bring the ball up.
I'm not a combo. I was a point guard.
Was it weird watching a team that he played for 14 years on, or no?
The old jokes are so they're getting so old. I have 45-year-old reporters tweet at me and say I was the oldest called. Like, you're fucking 45. Like, Marty, you're older than me. You're fucking older than me, Marty.
How old are you?
25. How old are you?
Yo, you're older than me.
What? Wait, people are still tweeting at you?
Yeah, they're still tweeting at me. It's getting hurtful at this point.
No, I will say that was just because you've had a rod up your ass this episode. That's why
Dude, I take it as a compliment. Like, the Perry Ellis jokes, like, those are timeless. Like, you're going to be a Twitter legend in like 3 years.
Oh no, I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I don't think you are a Perry Ellis or an Aaron Kraft, though. I don't think I'd put you there.
I also look kind of young compared to Perry Ellis, do I not?
Yeah, Perry Ellis had
Aaron Kraft, bro. Aaron Kraft, I really thought he was a college basketball for like 8 years.
Yes.
Well, when you have a good freshman year, and then you have a good senior year also, like, if you have a good freshman year, you're fucked, and you're a 4-year player.
Even fucking Rich Lightfoot
You have a good freshman year, and you're a 4
How
year.
long was Lightfoot in college basketball for?
5.
You could tell me 7, and I believe you.
I just there's like guys like
Marty, I'm getting off. I'm not extending for 10 more minutes. You got 4 minutes and
what?
seconds.
Are you shitting me?
This podcast.
So 4 minutes and 45 seconds now.
All right, so if you're gonna fucking get off, how about you say something for the media to pick up, huh? We should do actually. So I was trying to implement some segments.
We need
What do you think about we just try every episode we try and have Hunter say something until a media outlet picks it up, and nothing bad, but just like something that he says on the pod.
Okay, well, so you're saying I had to say this in like interviews?
No, on this podcast. Oh, let's talk about that, you dumb fucks. I mean, there's a whole story that comes out before your game that Hunter's putting
Thank you.
an S on his hand for something that you guys have been working on, and you didn't ever said it on the podcast?
Well, it kind of came together rather quickly, and then like
Jordan, because I texted
Jordan
Jordan.
did it. Jordan did it.
Yeah, I know Jordan did it.
I forgot. I thought this was only.
No, I'm not really yelling at you. I'm yelling at this dumb fuck. He goes, "Oh well, I'm pretty much the one who led this thing."
Yeah, it's.
And I was like, "You didn't say this on the podcast?
We were trying to keep.
What we just talk about
Today was
fucking
the day-
nonsense here?
Today was the debut of it.
You didn't think that'd be a good thing to bring up, Jordan?
That wasn't my decision.
No.
I am employed by the NCPA, and I'm not a leader of this campaign. This is Hunter's. I help organize. That's all I am.
You're a leader too, Jordan. Stop it.
I'm not a leader. I'm a behind the scenes guy.
No, yeah,
I'm out of the spotlight.
You always listen to what you're supposed to say by when people tell you what to say, right?
Me?
Yeah, you're a picture perfect.
What are you talking about?
You don't like to talk shit about the NCAA ever, you refs.
This has nothing to do with it. I still talk shit about the NCAA. I had several tweets today talking shit about the NCAA. That's a daily ritual. I wake up, get my cold brew coffee, and I see what happened in the NCAA landscape. Hunter needs to leave. Look at
Hunter.
Hunter.
Before
He
you
wants
go,
to
what?
so bad.
I got 2 more minutes.
All right, before you go, what are you gonna do tomorrow? Give me the score and how many points you're scoring.
Okay, this is good. So this is airing on Friday, so this is gonna be a futuristic pick. I had a down game today, so I'm hoping for 18 points. 10. I'm gonna try to be exact. So 18 points, 9 rebounds. We win by.
Ooh. I need this one.
We win by. I'm trying to think. Is Arizona State as good as Pitt? Sure. We win by 20.
Win by 20. Hunter
20.
Dickinson is saying that they are going to beat Arizona State by 20.
Team
And
total?
It doesn't go very. I mean, if we win, I don't care what anybody says about the take. If we lose, then okay, then I got a problem. But I don't see us losing. I mean,
all right.
if we come out anything like we did today, my pick will be correct.
All right. Well, you can get off.
Fast-paced game, slow-paced game.
They're going to try to make it fast-paced.
So
I mean, we have the firepower to be fast-paced, but I think we also like to be controlled and precise in certain spots. Like, we can go up and down, but we want to do it like methodically, if that makes sense to you guys. I mean, Jordan obviously doesn't know that. They're just crazy fast-paced, but I mean, we're gonna try to be methodical with it. I mean, Frankie Collins was a point guard last year for us, so we have a little bit better scouting report on him than the rest of the team. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Hopefully, you guys see me with a win.
All right, pal. I will see you later. All right.
Boys, go blue.
Yeah, Hunter.
Go blue.
Go blue. Fucking Hunter Dickinson just signing off.
All right, guys. Michigan minus 6.5. Century.
Wait,
Yes.
everyone that's listening, Hunter is off. He doesn't talk about this stuff at all. Seriously, he doesn't. Don't fuck with them. What's the spread tomorrow?
I'm gonna guess it's like 6.
I was trying to check it. Hey, can we get the Barstool app in Ohio? I'm in Cleveland. I got to fucking text
Ohio's-
3 people.
It's coming.
Ohio's starting January 1st.
Yeah,
well, it
we're
doesn't
going to
start
Dayton for a
October.
game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
just
gotta
got
say
text.
something.
Okay, what?
I gotta say something. Like, I'm just looking at the new dude tweet now, Jordan. How it's weird because he's like, cannot wait for the real coach to like show up, McCaffrey, whatever. Jordan goes, yikes, L take. Nadeau goes, whoa, cool win in November. Fran never wins in March. Dude, it's like you never said anything about March. Your whole point was that he was going to get crushed and exposed tonight, and he did the exact opposite.
Yeah, he saw
his
them,
team scored 50 points in the second half alone. Like, that's not the point.
He said Holloway was like the better coach, and it's like he just wasn't tonight at all. Jordan, they said that Fran was like stayed 12 minutes after the first half
Hell
chewing
yeah.
out the refs. Does he do that a lot?
Fuck yeah. I told you
And-
in my junior year or sophomore year, we played at Ohio State, and McJunkins was the ref, and he was blowing. He had fucking racks on the game, and he called some bullshit on someone on Iowa, and Fran at the end of the game, Fran chased him down into the locker room and called him a cheating motherfucker in the like on the way to the locker room, like it was loud as shit. Everyone heard it. It's fucking hilarious.
That's
But yeah, he does it a lot.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that is also being a good coach. Like being in the ref's ear and shit. Like some refs won't respond well to it, but some refs are like, oh fuck, maybe he's right.
Yeah, I mean, well, he got suspended in a couple games and we lost those, but
Yeah,
I just think the officials are there is some shady shit going on. I've seen only a handful of games so far.
Yep.
There needs to be an investigation. I don't know if anyone watched the Hawaii Yale game 2 nights ago. I don't know
can't say
why I
I
was betting
watched.
that game.
I did.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. There need to be jail time for those officials. I need to get names. I need to get family members, where they live. Like there needs to be something happening.
Dude, you know how we feel now. Like when we're watching these games, there's no bigger fucking frauds in the country and nobody that's shittier at their jobs than college basketball refs. Like every
No, do you
single
know
game,
who-
you could
do you
talk
know
yourself
who
into
the
this.
biggest fraud is of the fucking century and who loves himself and I think pays to be on the big time games? Roger Ayers. This fucking guy is on every big game. That slicked back hair motherfucker. And 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I did a video on him saying that like I changed an NCAA rule because of this fucking guy. I really did. Like it got to the NCAA, like they could review things during the middle of the season, and if it like comes down to the wire after the game, because he blew the whistle after and the whole thing happened. Fuck that guy because he sucks himself off, and he's part of every big game, and he's a horrible ref.
I mean, you
And
can't
There's
go.
there's
Teddy.
no accountability. There's no accountability for these guys. They can do whatever the fuck they want. There's no fines for them. And I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it.
Dude, Teddy Valentine's the king of being like, oh, there's a good game going on. Like, let me remind people that I'm here to like mess up a call.
Roger Ayers
fucking
is
terrible.
like considered, if you look up like his people consider him as like one of the best refs because they're probably fucking stuffing his pockets and he's a scumbag, probably just being like, yeah, if you guys keep hyping me up, I'll be the best ref and I'll have it go your way.
I've come up with this conclusion with college basketball refs. If they're gonna call it, so if they're gonna make a bad call, like something that you don't agree with, but they consistently make that call throughout the game, I'm okay with that. It's when they just start going all over the place and they start calling it like however they want it on
It's
different
like an
plays.
umpire, bro.
There's
It's
no
an umpire.
there's no consistency. If there's consistency, I'm okay.
Rutgers, when we played at Rutgers last year, that shit exactly happened.
Bro,
Corey
that was
Green,
fucking insane.
he called the most ridiculous foul hand check call on Keegan, and
Yes.
Ron Harper made 2 free throws at the end of the game.
That was the biggest bullshit of all time.
And nothing happens to him. We got a fucking apology by the Big Ten for a blown call. Yeah, that fucking helps Big Ten that you had an apology to us. Glad we fucking lost.
It's an umpire. If an umpire is calling inside strikes the entire night, you can't complain. But once he switches it up and calls it a ball, that my theory is if you know a ref's name, they fucking suck. If you don't know a ref's name, I think 100%.
I don't agree with that.
You know them
I don't
because you're
agree with
fucking playing with them. You know the refs.
Yeah.
I have a different point.
I'm saying as a fan, if I know the ref's name, that means there's something going on with them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If you're a fan knowing the refs.
Yeah,
think
because I'm watching a game for you guys. You know them because they're Big Ten refs or like whatever. Like you see them a lot, so you kind of get familiar with them. If I know Roger Ayers or fucking Bo Borowski, I don't think they're very good.
I don't think Bo's that bad. I think he got a bad rep.
He's out of shape.
He's retired. He
Yeah,
probably
I
is
know,
out of
he's
shape.
out of shape. And you know what? That fucking other guy, I think he reffed the Duke game too. The guy who starts out the game and does high knees down the fucking whole place. You ever get that guy? He goes viral like once a year because people he's a selfish prick and just does high knees, and so everyone can laugh at him.
I don't remember. A lot of the refs warm up before the game.
No, it's during the game. It's when the game starts.
Dude, we had a ref pop his Achilles like 2 years ago during a game.
Now,
Bro,
see, that's just not worth
remember
it.
March Madness? The ref remember the ref? I don't know why I giggled. The ref passed out and it was bad. Do you remember when the ref passed out during March Madness during
No.
COVID? And
No.
he was lying on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately, like all of like MAGA Twitter was like, probably was fucking vaccinated. Like it was like, dude, he just the guy's body's still warm. Like Jesus Christ.
All right, let's end the podcast.
No, it was very funny. It was very funny.
A couple things quick. We'll touch on TCU's a joke. They fucking lost to Northwestern State, which is just disgusting.
Program.
That's just horrible. The ACC, Florida State and Louisville. Louisville's just horrible. Horrible. They keep losing by. Is that 1 point
They lost
game?
every game by 1 point.
Yeah. What are you laughing?
I think I find comedy in it because the point guard, when he drove to the basket, laid it in after the buzzer, he like went in the fans and started talking shit like, "This is my shit. This is my shit." And then 2 minutes later, the game ends and they lost.
It's tough, bro. That's tough. Like also to beat who they play again?
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State, like saying this is all my place, why I run this shit, and then like it wasn't even very close. Like it was a quick review. It's like it was
no fans were there either.
Yeah, no fans are there, and he's like going nuts. Like that's a joke of a team. You're not seriously like UNC. I know my UNC take whatever, but like they haven't looked great.
It's early. I think by mid conference play, they're gonna make some separation.
But
because
the team that they played, the last one,
they won.
Yeah, but Gardner Webb, man,
they won. They won. It doesn't matter. These bye games, as long as you win, it doesn't fucking matter.
But do you think they're the best team in the country? Not because they have a 1 next to their name, actually.
Team wise, no. I think Houston and North Carolina are the most talented teams in the country. I think team wise, I'd probably Houston. I think they're the best team in the country.
Arkansas, man, is really fucking good.
Say 4 teams right now that you think could win it all.
Texas,
Houston. Seeing Texas, yeah, Houston and Texas for sure. The other two, I don't think Gonzaga can win it all.
I don't think they can either.
This year.
I seriously,
watch this be the year that they win it all. Like the year that everyone's like, they're done.
Yeah, it would be the one. Yeah. They like lose 3 games in WCC or whatever.
I think Kansas can win it all.
I don't have that.
I don't.
I think Arkansas is up there for sure. I don't see anyone else though, to be honest.
I'm going Texas, Houston, Baylor.
Oh, Baylor, duh. I forgot about Baylor.
And I'm going to go Kentucky still. I think that it's just going to be a loss. Like you don't go 40 now. I don't know why Kentucky fans act like you have to go undefeated.
I still have there's a good amount of I think the top 10 teams that really, really do have a chance.
I think the basketball I think that there's not that many good teams this year.
I think
we say that every year.
Yeah, and then someone will come out fast.
I think this is more like the 2019-20 year where it was like there's not going to really be like a top dog that really rises above everybody else.
I don't know if this is a take that many people will see coming or like. I think Illinois is really good.
I said
I
that.
agree. I had them top 2.
Dude, I said that take to you like months ago.
No, you didn't. I said that before this podcast even
No, I think that Illinois is going to be.
We could agree on it.
Yeah, we can agree on it. We can agree on it.
Wait. I don't think, Marty, you had them in your top 4 when we went over the first episode.
Top 4? No, I don't have them. I think they're really good. I don't know if they're
in the Big Ten. Top 4 in the Big Ten. I don't think you had them. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I don't think Michigan's going to finish top 5 in the Big Ten.
I said that last week. You guys looked at me like I had 5 fucking eyes.
Haters. I think they're definitely top 4 in the Big Ten.
I'm gonna go.
I think they finished 5th.
Yeah, I think they might finish 5th. I'm gonna go Indiana off the top of my head. Indiana, I don't even think they're going to win it. I'll go like Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, top 3. I don't know which way they're going to go.
Indiana.
I think sneaky like Purdue's going to finish like 4th.
Yeah, I like Purdue.
Like Purdue, Michigan State. Like I don't know. Like Hunter's really, really good.
Michigan played great tonight.
Yeah, no, they kicked this shit out of Pitt. Everyone knows that.
They won 90.
Everyone knows that
Pitt's
Pitt's
not
the
very
litmus.
good.
Yeah, everyone knows that Pitt's the litmus test.
No,
you're acting like that was a huge statement win. Like,
I'm not acting like anything.
You did. Quit the suck fest. You don't have to suck someone 24/7, like for 12 hours, like maybe in like a couple hours. Don't suck someone.
Michigan.
You're always sucking someone.
I'm sucking. I'm the only one that says teams suck.
No, that's not. You have a lot of suck fest moments.
Okay, who am I sucking? You tell me who I'm sucking.
You're sucking Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Because they beat a Pittsburgh team. When has Pittsburgh ever been good?
Chill. They were really good.
When did I say suck them? I said they played well tonight. And they won 90-61. You're like, eh. And then when UNC plays and they barely beat Gardner Webb, you can't admit that I'm right. You don't like that I'm right.
The bye games it's just how it is. It's tricky at the beginning of the season. I don't care how good you are. As long as you win the fucking bye games and you get to the big time games and you perform, it doesn't matter what happens early in the season.
But so Michigan and UNC have done the same thing then, in your eyes. The way you're thinking, they've done the same exact thing. But Michigan's actually won by more.
Michigan hasn't really played anyone.
So UNC hasn't either. They played Gardner Webb.
That's my point. So what are we talking about?
I think we agree.
I think we do too.
Did you guys, by the way, see who Eastern Michigan played yesterday? Bradley, and they got they got blown out.
But okay, I'm not.
I agree. The in-state rivalry.
In-state.
He's stepping up a little bit more.
Like
it was definitely a down spot.
Game,
Bradley's pretty good too.
Yeah, Bradley was easy.
That's a big difference. All right, we have an interview, but before we have an interview, bring Champ on real fast.
Also, who do you guys think? I was going to ask this really quick. Who do you think's been the most impressive freshman so far? Do you guys have a take?
The Kansas Grady Dick.
Really?
Yeah. He's the only one that's performed like at a big time stage already. I guess there's.
So,
I think Case Wallace on Kentucky, 22. Yeah, I think we're gonna look back at him and be like, "Holy shit!" Like that, he has the it factor. He had like 9 steals yesterday. It was crazy.
I like Grady Dick a lot. I like his game.
How's George been from Baylor?
I mean, they haven't really. I feel like they haven't played anybody yet. But like again, like good from what I've seen. Like, I think that the point you I even think. I'm not. Yeah, like I think there's players that are out there. I'm not going to be a homer and say anything, but there's players out there. They need a player on a bigger stage to like be like, oh, you've arrived.
You think
you're talking about Dayton?
You're talking about Dayton having one of the best freshmen?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
You lost your fucking mind.
No.
It's all over. It's all over Twitter. It's all casuals.
What about Filipowski? Like, how can you say someone?
Filipowski's definitely up there. Filipowski's definitely
He's up there, but they lost.
But he played someone.
Got a winning program, poverty program. They lost.
They losing. Oh, so losing a game means you're bad?
Yep, you're a poverty program. You win a game.
Who do you want to make a bet? Duke will go farther than what team? I'll say yes or no.
Iowa.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we'll see at Madison Square Garden who's the better team.
I'm going.
Okay.
Does Duke and Iowa play each other?
December 6th.
At Madison Square Garden.
Are you going, Jordan?
I think we play like in Texas or something, so I won't be able to.
See, I'm a more dedicated fan.
I have a fucking job. That's your job right now. My job's fucking playing basketball. Psycho.
You say psycho. All right, Champa. What was the 2 questions that people asked?
All right. So the first one was, do you think you guys could coach any of the Power 5 teams to a winning regular season?
Yes, Gonzaga. I can
Power
coach
5 team, you moron.
Yeah, no. That's count them as a Power 5 team. People count them as that. You guys don't count them as that?
Do you know what a Power 5 team is?
Yes, I know what the Power 5 teams are, the conferences, but people count them as one, you cock rag.
How?
No, they don't.
I see a lot.
Who says this? Who says it? I want to see tweets of someone saying they're a Power
Twitter
5 team.
counts them as one a Power 5 team.
Twitter in general? Who on Twitter?
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't write down the ats.
Can I chime in real quick?
The Big East doesn't count as a Power 5 team, but I'll even count the Big East.
Yeah.
The
I'll count Big East.
mid-major rankings came out, and I don't think Gonzaga was on the list because they didn't count them.
Huh.
I
Oh,
think
they're not in the
matter.
Power
That
5.
doesn't matter if you don't consider
That doesn't
them a
matter at
mid-major.
all. Yes. Yeah,
But
right.
the big,
Yes.
but honestly, you guys are doing semantics. Big East definitely counts. It does.
I would agree. There's a Power 6 conferences now.
Yeah.
I don't think Power 5 exists anymore.
Power 5 definitely, like Big East 100% counts. But yes, I do think I can.
agree.
It depends what that question's so vague. I don't think I can take fucking Vanderbilt to a winning record. No. But I think I
Duke?
could take
You think you can take Duke?
Yeah, I could take Duke to a winning
Really?
record. Yeah.
I don't think you could get through a day without sucking one of the players off. To be honest.
Yeah, but that's sucking them off will be fine for me. They'll still want to play.
I think I could get a
Do a
tournament
great
win.
job.
I think I could get a tournament win.
I-
If you give me
a
4
turn-
years to build a program, I'm getting
This
one
isn't
tournament
NCAA
win.
football. You have 1 year.
Yeah, you
One
know,
year,
yeah.
one and done's, dude. I would fucking dominate the portal in 1 year. Like if you have 1 year, like I'm just Rick Pitino. I'm throwing like bags at people, strippers
Oh,
at people.
yes.
Like I'm getting like my ring, and then in 10 years I'm gonna get taken away, like vacated.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, people lump in Gonzaga into one of the Power 5 conferences. That's just a
You
fact.
can't. They're not in a
Yeah.
Power 5 conference. They're not.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but you cannot say that.
I know you can't, but people do.
So are you or are people?
No, I
you
think
people
they're
do?
the lowest major of any low.
Okay. So what's the argument here?
That I can coach. Anyone could coach them. Mark Few that's why he can drink and drive, because he can just fucking keep fucking coaching this team. Forgot about that. All right, what was the other question?
If the Bulls didn't have Rick Barnes' outdated offensive system, would Marty have a different opinion on them?
That sounds like it's an angry Tennessee fan who's sick of
Oh,
watching the
no.
offense of Tennessee.
It definitely is.
What's his bio?
All right, let me.
VFL.
It's
It's a
got to
Bull-
be BFL fan for
He's a
life.
huge Bull fan.
I love that because I
Die-hard Bull fan.
Like he's like I want to hate Marty, but I kind of agree with him because I'm sick of watching this fucking team and how you want to see who gets sucked off. He gets sucked off.
The kid's profile picture is him wearing an orange Bulls baseball jersey with the horns down.
You know what? I like this guy.
No bio.
He's just trying to. Anyone have a take of him? Like, am I crazy that this offense is horrible? All right.
I like Coach Barnes. I think they'll be okay, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that the Tennessee, I think there's something to be said. Like, if you still have top 15 teams after not having that big of tournament success, like you're definitely a good recruiter and you know how to build a program, which should be taken into account. Like, I don't think he's a bad coach. Just in March, I'll never trust him.
I don't know. That's like,
Well,
I don't really know if that's a good coach though.
I think he's a good coach.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
recruiting-
I'm saying
recruiting is
that's exactly what I'm saying.
definitely-
I think he's a good coach. Like, he can recruit, he can make you a top seed in the tournament, but I just don't necessarily trust him in March. Like,
I've
I think
said
that
this
year
before.
in 2019, what was it, 2019 or 2018
That's not-
with
that's when
Admiral
we played
Schofield?
them.
With Admiral
Yeah.
Schofield, like
We
that.
should have won
team-
that game.
Yep.
Should have won it.
But this is what I've said this before. Coach Cal is one of the best recruiters of all time. I don't think he's the best coach though.
Well, because he pays players $1 million. He's been doing that
Exactly.
for 30
That's
years.
why you gotta do what you gotta do. He's one of the best.
Since he got to
recruiters.
Kentucky, his stats are pretty insane. When you
Yeah.
go from wins, tournament wins, lottery picks, like everything involved, like he's like number one in every category.
No, for sure. Like obviously, but that's just like when you have the best recruits like every single year, like that undefeated year. What?
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. Just because he has the top recruits doesn't.
No, because
necessarily
our top
equate
believe me,
to-
Duke has the top recruits. They had Zion and RJ Barrett. Doesn't mean they're going to win the national championship. But I'm saying like that undefeated year, I really don't know how they lost. I think that was I really think that was Cal's fault.
Notre Dame knew how to beat them. They lost in the Elite Eight to Kentucky, and then they gave Wisconsin the recipe to beat them in the Final Four.
I think that's Cal's fault, though. That team should never lost.
I'll give Cal this credit, though, really quick, is I think the way that he's been able to adjust from the one-and-done era and being able to be like, all right, this isn't working anymore, and now trying to get guys that will stay for 4 years while also taking in players that might stay for 1 or 2 years. I think he's doing like a great job. Like, I think that started last year. Because 2 years –
it's just a transfer portal now for that's
there's no time to like wait. Like you can't like wait on players to like adjust. Like you have to win right away.
No,
yeah. But if you're a good fucking coach, you get paid all this amount of money. I don't give a fuck what kind of transfer. You should be able to make a team great. If you're truly a great elite coach, it does not matter.
Fran, that's why he's a great coach.
Yep.
Coach K.
Not a coach anymore.
Still a coach in my heart. All right, that's the show. We have an interview with Indiana's that Dukes had sucked off. What?
Really? He sucked off?
He sucked off. He sucks off Indiana.
No, I don't.
I thought you said he sucked off Trayce.
I think that Indiana.
I like Indiana. Off too.
My thing about Indiana is like I think that a lot of people are clicked like, oh, they're going to be frauds because they just bring back like another like everybody from last year, but they're just going to be mediocre again, like they will every year. I think there's pieces there, like their guard plays there. I think Miller Kopp has gotten his shot back, so yeah, I'm big on Indiana.
I think weirdly, like Trayce is going to get his points and Race will be fine. Miller Kopp really needs to step up this year.
I'll also say this. Here's a little tip for you. I'm a Big Ten. I'm not the biggest Big Ten guy. I think that the Big Ten, I think this could be the year, low key.
Oh yeah, that no one ever says that every year.
I think they're going away from the big men totally, which I fucking hate. I always thought it was just big men beating the fuck out of big men in conference play, and everyone's like, "Look how tough our fucking conference is. Look how big our fucking conference is." And then as soon as they meet, like, what?
They still do that.
They have Hunter. They have Hunter. Who else?
Hunter, Trayce.
I'm not talking Purdue though. I don't consider Trayce like a big man like Luka or Hunter.
Is that key? Ohio State.
Yeah, they're all.
I'm not talking any of those guys. Who I think will make runs.
Talking about?
Who I think will make runs in the tournament? Illinois, Iowa, Indiana.
Indiana has a big guy.
But I'm saying like Trayce can run up and down the floor. It's not like you have a Luka. That's not crazy. Like he's like he's more of a stretch five than like a Luka, like a big like can't run down the court.
Stop saying Luka.
He said Luka like 15 times.
Yeah,
okay, fine. Kofi.
Jesus Christ! You also, I mean, he's just a big man. Trayce.
I fucking hate big men. Yeah, I guess. Like I think I hate big men.
All right, we'll say that for the next show. All
Michigan
right,
-5.
Yeah, Michigan -5
with Trayce Jackson Davis. Hunter pretty much said that Indiana just has weird people, and he didn't like it when he visited there. To Trayce.
And Hunter's not weird himself.
Hunter doesn't think he's weird. Also, Hunter thinks this episode comes out Friday, and he's a fucking moron. So he's like, the episode comes out Friday, so I won't have to answer to it. It comes out tomorrow morning, and people will know that he said that they're going to win by 20 tonight.
Yeah. We gotta get that clip out ASAP in the morning.
Yeah, that's definitely has to be the first clip. And definitely put Phil Martelli was on just because, even though he was on for 7 seconds.
I got a great clip of when the first coach was in. Don't you worry. It's a good screenshot.
All right. Well, that's the show.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Enjoy the interview with Trayce Jackson Davis from Indiana. We'll see you guys on Monday. All right, welcome to Roundball, another special edition, special interview with an opponent of Hunter, of my co-host that will be playing twice. You played twice this year?
Yeah,
I think only once.
No, we got it twice. Wait, you play us at home?
Yeah, we play you at Indiana.
Yeah, we play you there too. So
okay, but
all right, well, twice, and that is the voice of Trayce Jackson Davis from Indiana. Which, let me tell you something, it's got a lot of hype this year. A lot of hype this year because you returned everybody. But first of all, how you doing, my dude?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. That's my first question. Indiana, you get to the play-in game last year, right? You lost to St. Mary's,
Yeah.
which is not obviously your goal, but you guys got to the tournament. Indiana is, let me tell you, I went to your game at St. John's against St. John's last year. It was fucking loud as shit. I sat right behind your bench. It was unbelievable. I want to go back. But with this year, you return yourself, you return Race, you got Miller, you got a bunch of people back, a lot of expectations. How are you guys going to deal with that this year?
You just got to go about it like even when we didn't have expectations to win, we're still Indiana University. So like all the history and everything, every time a team comes in, they want to beat us, and so that's really big for us. And then I just think this year with adding the freshmen and then some of our other guys starting to get more developed, I think that they've taken the next step in becoming really good basketball players and really helping our team. So,
Hunter, let me ask you a question. When you play there, all right, those fans definitely yell some shit at you.
so yeah, absolutely.
Definitely at Hunter. But like because I went there and I kind of shot around before and there was nobody there. But the dimensions of that fucking place and like when you're shooting and shit looks so weird. Did you feel
Yeah.
like that in the game, or is it just like you're used to it now?
Is it for me or him?
You.
Oh
'Cause,
no,
like, he's there every day.
the gym is really crazy. Like you said, the way how it just goes straight up on both
Yeah.
ends, I really like it. It's something like I always feel like I'm like in a movie or something when I'm playing there. It is like it's just a really unique arena, and I do love playing there. I can only imagine what it's like to play there as a home arena with your fans and stuff like that.
Facts.
I think Marty's out, but I got a question for you. What's it like, I guess, playing for a head coach who coached in the NBA? I have a coach who played and coached in the NBA. What's it like? Tell the fans what's it like on a daily basis having Coach Woodson.
It's great, especially when you got a guy who's coached some of the greatest to ever play the game. Like, so you got to just he knows what he's talking about. It's not like you have someone else like, and they're kind of like with my old coach. It's not like it's not really a diss on him, but it's just like it's a different level, like how you have to prepare for things, how he holds you accountable and stuff of that nature. And so I think with Coach Woodson, the biggest thing with him too is he's a player's coach, and he really develops relationships with his guys, which I think is really cool because like in the NBA, it's a lifestyle now and you're there like all the time. Like in college you are too, but it's just different. So
Yeah, I feel like a lot of coaches who coach in the NBA and then come back to college kind of have to be players coaches because they're coming from the NBA where it's like, you're not really like you don't really have the say as an NBA coach. Like an NBA coach, the players kind of run the team, and then when
exactly.
you do college, it's like the coaches kind of run the team. They have the most say. So I feel like that's a common thread from NBA coaches where they're usually player coaches.
Absolutely.
My computer just fucking turned off.
Yeah, Marty. I asked them about playing for an NBA coach. What it's like.
Okay, yeah, I met him. He has the largest hands in America. My hand got swallowed up by those suckers. So how's the team responding after last year? Obviously, it's not how you wanted to go out. I talk a lot of shit about St. Mary's, and
Me too.
we
Oh
both
my
do.
God.
You don't seem very happy about the loss.
It was just like first off, even when we played Hunter, like we were really dead in the water. Like our season was damn near over. Like it was over with. And somehow we fought back and got back and won and got a little momentum going into the tournament. And then we got our first game. But then really what killed us was the plane ride there. And then obviously playing then they had 2 weeks to prepare for us. And that was like our sixth game in like 7 or 8 days. And so we had like one day to even like we didn't know what was going on. And so I'm not using it as excuses, but I feel like it would have been a lot different if we had a little time to prepare and rest. But it is what it is.
No, that's definitely valid. I mean, people don't realize how grueling a Big Ten season is. Like, I mean,
Yes.
like we try to say it, but it's like when you got to go from Michigan to Wisconsin to Illinois to Indiana to Michigan State
Yes.
to Penn State, all that stuff. Like, it's a grueling schedule, and then You guys, so it was Selection Sunday, and then you guys played on that Tuesday, right?
Yep, we played Dayton.
And then you guys, so you guys played 3 games in the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, we played U. So I had to battle U, and then I had to battle Kofi, and then we played Iowa, and then like 2 days later, 3 days later, I played Wyoming with Graham Ike, and then we flew from Wyoming, and then our plane got messed up. We didn't leave until like 3 a.m., and we had to fly to Portland.
See, now that's some bullshit. The
See,
plane
that is
not
crazy.
leave until
Yeah, it was
3, bro.
horrible.
That's fucked up.
Horrible.
That's fucked
what
up.
We played on Thursday, so it was like Tuesday. Plane, we literally got there at like 9 a.m. Portland time. We had to shoot around at 12, and then we played the next game at like noon. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's pretty crazy.
And I will say, I mean, the Big Ten, listen, I'll talk a lot of shit about it, but obviously it's good. But you guys beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
It's every single game, and the bigs obviously are probably the best conference to have bigs in that, right? I mean, first of all, how do you feel about you two playing each other every time? It's probably not fun.
Absolutely.
I mean, for me, it's fun to go against really good guys like Trayce and that. I mean, that's why I chose the Big Ten. How about you, Trayce?
No, yeah, I agree, 100%. Like that's the thing about the Big Ten. Like you never know. Like last year, they said it was going to be a down year, and then you just got guys that come out of nowhere. And I feel like the same thing's going to happen this year. Like with the Big Ten, you just never know. Like players just keep coming. It's ridiculous on who steps up their game in the off season and stuff.
Your off night's like John Harrar from Penn State. He was just like
I literally averaging like 14 rebounds a game. Literally,
Yeah,
you got to keep him off the glass at all times.
that's your off night, Marty.
Yeah, no, thank God. Jordan Bohan's usually our other co-host, and we always bring this up, but they were arguing the other day about like what's easier or what's harder to be a big or to be a guard, and it was. I'm on the big side. I think it's harder to be a big. I think guard is you can make you got no one making screens for you. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, so both of you guys talk shit to each other? No.
I don't really talk. I don't like to really talk if someone talks to me, but
get the fuck out of here! I seen you.
Because the reason why I probably don't talk to Trayce is because I know Xavier Johnson. He's from my area, so I'm probably talking to him.
So you'll go after him.
If someone starts talking to me, I'm gonna talk right back. Like,
yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
I'll never like go get basket and just start talking reckless to someone.
No. That's not. You're definitely enthusiastic out there.
Oh, absolutely.
The both of you are. I told Hunter he does this thing.
Absolutely.
You like fucking pumping up the crowd too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You gotta keep them engaged.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's it been to start this season though? First 2 games, it's kind of you're not pulling any Florida States, which is good. So like,
nah.
How is it to start though? Like, because we talked to Hunter about it a little bit, just like you guys don't even really know your rotation yet. You're kind of getting it going. How's everything going, gelling with everybody?
I think it's good, honestly. Especially like our rotation. Like I said, with our second group, our second 5, they've been playing really, really well. And then just kind of playing together, obviously with Fino in the starting lineup and then playing with Malik a little bit more, I thought was really good, especially going into Xavier. So those 2 first games were key because hostile environment, we're going to see what our team really about here on Friday. So.
And now what's the prediction, both of you, when you play each other? Let me tell you something. There's no podcast this is fucking awesome for me. I'm just gonna talk shit about both of you and whoever loses. So we'll. How do you feel about each other this year, Hunter? You could start.
No, we got to get him back, Marty. After we folded last year, man, we gave one up to him last year, so we got to get him back this year.
Because that was you said that was the first game, right, in the Big Ten, in the tournament.
Yep.
I'll say the same thing. Like, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to lose, but playing at Michigan is tough. We haven't won there in so long, but it's going to be a battle regardless.
Both spots. I haven't been to Michigan, but I couldn't imagine playing in Indiana. Is that one of the hardest places to play, Hunter?
Well, Hunter was cooking us, so like he was
Yeah,
cooking us.
I love playing there, man. Like I love when the crowd is like really
Yeah, I feel like you
hostile.
thrive
Like,
off that shit.
And
I
they were
mean, like
hitting
it
everything.
just makes for a great game when you got two good teams going at it and the crowd's into it. That's that's college
Fact.
basketball at its finest.
Absolutely.
I feel like both of you like if you play like a kind of a shitty team, it's like whatever. But once the crowd's into it and people are going at it, you turn up a notch.
No, it's nuts. That place when it's just like because they played us in the morning, so it wasn't even like it was still crazy, but it wasn't like if we played them at like 7 or 8.
Yeah, we played y'all like
Nuts.
like noon or something.
Yeah, it was really weird. I was really weird.
You got to let the students like get licking up a little bit.
Yeah, they didn't have time to get
exactly. They have all the time that they were still rubbing their
good.
eyes like at first media.
That is something crazy to think about. Like you hopefully like for you want to play at 7 just so your students like got all day to hang out and really get loose.
That's when we got UNC. We got them at like 9, so they're gonna be ready for that one.
That's
gonna be ridiculous.
No, that game's gonna be insane. You guys play on November 30th, right?
Yep.
We just had Armando on.
Oh, you did?
And I mean that's another big that you gotta fucking deal with too.
They're not just in conference, they had a conference too. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
At least that one's home though. That one's gonna be a fucking insane game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a whiteout too, so it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be ridiculous.
So how's NIL with you going? We like to ask them people. Was it weird now because you've kind of done both? Like you weren't allowed to make money at the beginning, and now you're.
I mean, I think it's good. It's like not over the top, but it's like it's enough to where it's like, yeah, you want to stay. You want to stay in college. Like you can benefit, and then you get to still be a student for a little while before you become a professional. Like it's almost like there's no rush really to become a professional. It's not really like it's like you need to stay or you need to go. Like it's a good even ground.
Especially for you two, like you're two huge names in college. You might as well use it for another year and get your stock even higher. But I think me and Hunter have talked about it. I'm calling complete cap on Drew Timmy making like hundreds and millions of thousands of dollars. There's no way that fucking mustache bastard's doing that. No.
Hey, that mustache is marketable though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is marketable.
I say a lot of shit about that guy, but
why you're not a fan of Drew?
I wish they were in a different conference.
I can respect that.
I don't care about him. Like he's like obviously he's really good. I respect him as a player. It's just more like we just always talk about Gonzaga. Meanwhile, if you put them in the Big Ten, they're gonna get beat up at some points. And like they're playing you guys in like Hunter's playing you guys in February, I think, at one point. Like that's when you're playing your best basketball usually.
Exactly.
And if you play them now, you don't even fucking know who your 1 through 6 is right now. It's like you're just trying to get the rotation right. That's the only thing that pisses me off.
I feel that. I can respect that. They try to load on their non-conference schedule, but like obviously
they loaded it up.
But Trayce, the non-conference games are always not like obviously if you're playing a top 10 team, it's going to be difficult. But playing a top 10 team non-conference is a lot less difficult than playing a top 10 team in conference.
Absolutely. Like playing against you. Like this is literally going to be like my 5th or 6th time playing against you. Like
exactly.
Like playing against Mondo, this is going to be the first time he's played against me. So obviously he's not going to know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to know what he's going to do. And home court advantage, like they don't know what to expect. Like it's a totally different ball game.
Exactly. A non-conference team's going to let you get to that left hand.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely.
So that's actually interesting as well. Like, so you guys played each other fucking it's like this would be the 5th time now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
5th and 6th time. Like
maybe 6th, honestly.
Yeah, probably because of the tournament. Yeah, probably 6th and 7th. You guys know the strengths, the weaknesses. Like, is it hard to prepare for someone that you know everything already, or it's just like it's about to be a battle?
Yeah, it is so tough to prepare because it's not only just us that know each other's games, it's the whole team. So it's like they know exactly when to come down and double. They know when I want to pass out and do stuff of that nature. And same with Hunt, I could say. Like, it's just, it's hard. It's really hard being a good big in the Big Ten because you're
That's what
you're
I'm
going to get
saying.
doubled. It's just
That
crazy.
that you saying that gets Hunter hard as a rock. He's
It
been
does- well,
he's been trying to tell everybody.
Because people like Jordan Bohannon, man, they don't know Trayce. They don't know how you got to box the big out, then you got to run all the way down just to run back up to set a screen to run all the way down, let the guard
Oh
shoot
my
some
God.
DS3, and then you got to run all the way back down, battle with him, run back up for a ball screen, and it's just
And it's not like you're playing against like a mid-major like big. You playing against a all-American caliber big, like, damn near on every night. Like it's ridiculous.
I mean, I bring him up every time, but Zach Edey, that guy, I don't know
Right.
how the refs don't even know how to call him because he's just a human. Like how do you guys move him? It doesn't make any sense.
You
I
really
can't. I can't move him. I'm not gonna lie to
all
you.
my force into it, so they'll move.
He's like 8 inches taller than me. I'm literally just sitting with 2 hands behind him, just trying to push him. It's ridiculous.
I respect that. I'll be honest. I can't move him. He's a big bastard, but
it was
you're
over
obviously way faster than him, so that's why
Yes.
that works out for you. You Hunter, you and him is just two big ass bodies hitting each other.
Bro,
He's huge.
you're definitely a lot more sore. Your body's a lot more sore after that game than others.
For sure. Well, Trayce, we're definitely I think we're gonna have you on again after you guys play. I want to preview. I knew you're my guy from last year. I fucking loved. Let me tell you, Indiana. I'm gonna be honest, Hunter. Indiana's a better town than Michigan, the college town.
Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not.
Oh, it is.
Hunter, I heard you visited.
Have you ever been there? No, I went there this year when there was like nobody on campus. It was.
See, I wasn't there. You got to come when I'm there.
It's not the best clientele that lives around there. I'll just say that. I think, Trayce, you don't have to answer this, but
I'm not going to answer.
There's a lot of normal people in Ann Arbor. There's a lot of weirdos in Bloomington. I'm sorry, Bloomington. You already hate me, but there's a lot of weirdos in Bloomington.
No, yeah, I'm sure Indiana fans are gonna love.
Oh, they're gonna love hearing that. Oh my gosh, they're gonna love
that. From what I saw.
No, that makes it even more personal, which I love. I'm all for you speaking the truth on here. That's why I love this shit, man. Like with you guys all coming on now, like people, I feel like it's nice to just get get Trayce's personality, get Hunter's personality instead of these people just fucking watching you on TV and just talking shit like I used to.
Yeah, hey, that's fair.
Trayce, well, what's it like being at Indiana? Like, obviously, I know how it is, and we asked Mondo how it is being at UNC. What's it like for you to be on campus? You're a senior. Obviously, like everybody knows you. Everybody knows what you've done for Indiana basketball in the last 3 years. This being your 4th year. What's it like walking around campus, going to parties and stuff like that?
I mean, it's sometimes crazy. I mean, like if you go to the bars, it's not as bad. But if you went to like a frat, then everyone's trying to take pictures of you and stuff. But like most of the people that go to the bars are in my grade, and so like they kind of know what I'm about, and they don't really mess with me or anything. But sometimes I'll just be walking to class or something like that. Someone will be like, can I take a picture of you? Can I take a picture with you? Like it happens, but it's not bad at all. It's not like paparazzi or anything of that nature. So
that's the weird one when they say when they just are taking pictures of you. Like you can take a picture with me any day. Like I get that at bars, and it's like, yeah, of course, I'll always take a picture. When you're just I had a guy the other day just stand on the sidewalk and just go like this. And I was like, what? And he just walked away. I'm like,
it's always the old folks.
Yeah.
They literally will look at you and they'll be like, one of them was like, can I take a picture of you? I was like, you want to take a picture with me? He's like, no. Can I take a picture? And just snapped it and just walked away. I said,
yeah, it's like, no.
You could have got that off the internet. Like, what?
Yeah, just watch ESPN one game and you can take one on the TV.
Literally.
That's funny shit. All right, but yeah, let's get you on after one of these games.
Most definitely.
Hunter's gonna. You guys gonna. We'll have you guys. I want to because I think that's cool to hear how the game even went after and like Hunter's gonna be like, I had to force him right or force him left and make him use his right or whatever. So I can't wait to hear that shit.
Right.
But I appreciate you coming on, bro. Seriously, you're
Most definitely.
You're always the boy, and thanks for everything. All right,
Definitely. Thank you, Trayce. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Thanks for
hey
having me,
Trayce,
fellas.
do you we should get you fucking. We got Hunter on it too. It's like an NIL deal with us. It's like it's just mostly we put your T-shirt out of you,
Okay.
and you get 80% of the profit.
All right, bet. Yeah, just hit my line about it.
Yeah. I'll send you like have whatever people look at it, like contract. It's there's really nothing you have to do. It's just you just tweet out that you have a T-shirt and you get just give you some money. All right.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. Thank you for everything.
Yes, sir, fellas.
Appreciate you.